Welcome back to Pinkvilla Tech. Today we have the iPhone 13 Pro and the iPhone 13 Mini. Yesterday we unboxed these devices and what a wonderful experience it was. Let's start off this video by talking about the subtle changes that have happened between the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 12, and then we will dig into the specs and we'll talk about how iPhone 13 is different from the iPhone 12 series of lineup. Let's start off by talking about the aesthetic change between the iPhone 13 Pro from this year to the iPhone 12 Pro from the last year. The most visible change on the back is the camera module. The camera module on the iPhone 12 Pro is much smaller as compared to the iPhone 13 Pro, because the iPhone 13 Pro packs a larger sensor and because of the sensor shift technology which is now being carried down from the iPhone 12 Pro Max of last year to the iPhone 13 Pro. Now the advantage that is there with the iPhone 13 lineup is that sensor shift technology has even trickled down to the smallest of their variant, which is the iPhone 13 Mini. So if you're thinking of upgrading from the iPhone 12 lineup, or you're confused if you should go for the iPhone 12 lineup or the iPhone 13 lineup, and cameras is one of your main thing, then you should consider this, is because even the smallest guy here, the iPhone 13 Mini, has a better camera setup as compared to last year's iPhone 12 lineup. Minus the LiDAR sensor that you will get in the Pro series, everything else about this camera is better as compared to last year's camera. So if you flip this devices over, you can see the most visible change is in the notch of the display. The notch this time on the iPhone 13 Pro is 20% smaller as compared to the notch on the iPhone 12 Pro. It's because they have shifted the speaker grill a little towards the top notch, which has made the notch more compact as compared to the last year's. In spite of the larger real estate now available on the iPhone 13 Pro, we are not really able to use it. Maybe with the next update, Apple might just give us back the battery percentage which we had on the older generations of phones which did not have a notch. So with that, you don't have to drag down your control panel every time you have to see your battery percentage. Let's see, we'll wait for the next update. Let's talk about the specs. Now the display on the iPhone 13 Pro is very different as to the display on the iPhone 12 Pro. Now the dimensions are the same. It's 6.1 on the 13 Pro and it's 6.1 on the 12 Pro. But it's the refresh rate on the iPhone 13 Pro which makes it very different to the iPhone 12 Pro, because this is now packing a 120Hz display as compared to the 60Hz display on the iPhone 12 Pro. And this can drop down to 10Hz. Like for example, if you're browsing on the internet, it will drop down to 10Hz. If you start scrolling, it will bump it up to 60 or even go up to 100. If you're gaming, it will even max it out to 120 Hz. So irrespective of what content you are viewing or consuming, it will adapt itself. That saves battery, and also your experience of using the iPhone is not hampered. Now that's one of the main reasons why a lot of people have been wanting to have a higher refresh rate on the Apple devices. And that's where Apple comes in big, is because they perfect the technology before giving it to consumers. And the iPhone 13 Pro with the 120Hz display, with the adaptive 120Hz display, is a good example of how they think about the consumers, they think about their product, and only after they've perfected it, they give it to the end consumers. That is what makes Apple, or that is what differentiates Apple from the other manufacturers. Let's talk about the A15 Bionic chip. The A15 Bionic chip on the iPhone 13 Pro and the iPhone 13 Mini is 30% faster as compared to the A14 chip on the iPhone 12 series of lineup, or here the iPhone 12 Pro. And if you think 30% is not a big bump, last year's A14 Bionic chip on the 12 series of lineup was even faster, or beat every other competition when it came to microprocessors in the market. Benchmarks were exceptionally good. This year, when I talk about 30% bump, it's the GPU and the CPU put together. The GPU on the iPhone 13 this time is a 5-core GPU as compared to the 4-core GPU on the iPhone 12 series. Does it really make a difference? Yes, the neural engine is much more faster, much more responsive, and much of our data that we day-to-day use is processed directly on the phone. And it's because of that we have faster responses. We are able to use live text more efficiently on the iPhone 13 Pro as compared to the 12 series lineup. and that also makes gaming a better experience on the iPhone 13 Pro as compared to the 12 series of lineup. If you're thinking that all that computing power or the refresh rate on the display is going to drain out your battery, Apple has taken care of that as well. They provide a larger battery on the iPhone 13 Pro, which is a 3095 mAh battery as compared to the last year's 2815 mAh battery on the 12 series of lineup. Even the Mini this time has a larger battery of 2438 mAh as compared to the last year's. So the battery performance has surely improved. But there's one other thing that we have to consider, that when Apple does make their processors faster, they also work on making the processors more efficient, and that's one of the main reasons why you're able to see that an iPhone will have smaller batteries as compared to the market. There are 6000 mAh batteries running on phones these days. But Apple is still able to squeeze out 1 day of battery usage from all of these phones in spite of those smaller batteries. We did speak about the camera sensors before on the 13 Pro and the 12 Pro. Let's even consider the 13 mini in this case, is because even this phone or this little guy here packs the sensor shift technology. And what difference does it make? The low light photography on both of these phones is much better as compared to the iPhone 12 Pro because they have larger sensors as well. And with the cinematic mode that Apple has provided in these devices, you're able to use these sensors much more efficiently. For content creators, this is going to be a boon, is because instead of carrying a larger DSLR when you're on the go to shoot your videos, you can use your 13 Pro or even the 13 lineup of phones to shoot an amateur video. And if you are able to shoot a professional video with it, that's to see. It's because they are providing these phones to a lot of content creators to shoot professional videos. If you saw the promotional videos that Apple was marketing on, they were focusing a lot on these cameras, is because they have perfected the sensor shift technology. They have perfected the focal length or bokeh effect that you get on the background while you're trying to shoot these videos. We are going to test it out firsthand. This is a small sample of a video that we have just shot in the office. We did take some low light shots on the 13 Pro and compared them to the shots taken on the 12 Pro, and there is a significant amount of improvement in the low light picture quality on the 13 Pro as compared to last year's 12 Pro. We have put some camera samples for you guys to decide, but personally when we are clicking and consuming or watching those pictures ourselves, we are able to see that there is much more detail in those low light pictures as compared to last year's phone. Last year when Apple launched the 12 series of lineup or the 12 Pro series of phones, they focused a lot on creators. Creators who use these devices for creating content or amateur films. This year they've taken it a notch ahead by providing cinematic mode on the 13 Pro series. This is also emphasizing on the new improvements that they have brought about in sensors. So if you are a person thinking, is the 13 Pro or the 13 series of lineup for you? It's definitely a good upgrade if you're going to be using the cameras to the fullest, and if you're a person who's heavy into gaming and that screen makes a lot of a difference, the 13 Pro series of lineup is for you. Even the small mini this time is much more improved. Last year it was not able to break into the market that well, is because the 12 mini felt a bit of a downgrade as compared to the other phones, but this year around the 13 mini feels like an overall package of the best that the Apple technology that they can provide in the smallest package available out in the market. This is Aurelius from Pinkvilla Tech signing off. You guys have a great evening ahead.